Good morning, students, and welcome to the class. Presently, we are doing the chapter Equality, and under this chapter, we have discussed the importance of equality. The ideal of equality has always remained an important guiding force for the people, and this desire for equal treatment was the main reason behind all the revolutions like this French Revolution or Russian Revolution. Not only this, we have experienced 200 years of around 200 years of slavery, and under this colonial government we have fought our freedom struggle, and the guiding principle was equality. And in the previous class we have discussed the facts regarding the global inequalities, how in the whole world we see that inequality is prevailing. We have seen that on the basis of development, we can categorize the nations of the world in two categories. The first is developed and the second is developing. And we have seen that there is sharp disparity between the lives people are living in developed countries and in developing countries. And not only this, we have also discussed the inequality which is prevailing in our country India. So what we are seeing that at the level of world, inequality is there. Some are developed, some are developing, and in this developed and developing world we see huge disparity is existing. Now not only this diversity is existing at the global level, if we consider it at the level of a country like India, we see that in a developing country like India there is existing huge disparity between the rural people and the urban people. So this is the inequality. As I told you earlier, we all talk about equality. Our constitution gave us equality as a fundamental right. The UNO, United Nations Organization, talk about equality. Everywhere we see that the goal is equality. Everyone is talking about equality. But what is existing in reality? It's inequality, which is actually existing in the world. So this type of situation is there in the world. Now I am going to proceed further. Thus, we face a paradox. Almost everyone accepts the ideal of equality, yet almost everywhere we encounter inequality. This is a paradoxical situation. We all are agreeing that equality is desirable, there must be equal treatment, equality must be there, but what is existing in reality, it is inequality. So this is paradoxical situation, paradox. We live in a complex world of unequal wealth, opportunities, work situation and power. So wherever we go, we will see there is inequality. Inequality in wealth, inequality in opportunities, inequality in work situation, inequality in power. So we may talk about equality. Equality may be there as a goal, but what is existing in reality is inequality. Should we be concerned about these kinds of inequality? We must be concerned about these kind of inequality. This is the inequality which need to be removed. Then only there can be equality. Are they a permanent and inevitable feature of social life which reflect the differences of talent and ability of human beings as well as their different contribution towards social progress and prosperity? It is believed that human beings have different abilities and different talents, and according to these abilities and talents they get different positions in the system. Some is at the higher position, some is at the lower position. That is because of talent and ability. So the person who is having the talent, will go up, and the person which is lacking the talent and ability will remain at the downward position. So there are views regarding this, that inequality is inevitable. You cannot make people equal because they are unequal by nature, by birth. We all are unequal. We all have different qualities, we all have different abilities, and we get position in our life according to our abilities and talent. So we cannot make all people equal. There will be inequality. Inequality is inevitable. This is one of the views. ऐसा कहा जाता है कि अगर हम क्यों inequality prevail करती है, क्यों हमें सब जगह inequality नज़र आती है, because ह्यूमन बींग्स का जो टैलेंट है, जो हमारा एबिलिटीज़ हैं, वो हमारे डिफरेंट है और उसके अकॉर्डिंगली हमको पोजीशन मिलता है. अगर हमारे अंदर एबिलिटी है तो हम ऊपर की पोजीशन पे जाते हैं, अगर हमारे अंदर एबिलिटी नहीं है तो हम नीचे रह जाते हैं. तो दिस इज़ वेरी नेचुरल. देयर इज़ नो नीड ऑफ एनी काइंड ऑफ इंटरफेरेंस. क्यों स्टेट उसमें इंटरफेयर करके सबको एक लेवल पे लाए? व्हाट इज़ द नीड ऑफ मेकिंग देम इक्वल? बिकॉज वी ऑल आर अनइक्वल इन आवर एबिलिटीज़ एंड टैलेंट्स. So this is one of the view. This view is the basis of controversy regarding equality. So all these inequalities are consequence of our social position and rules. But there is another view, and this another view is saying that whatever inequality is prevailing in the society, that is not because of ability and talent. But this inequality is prevailing in the society because of social position and rules. Just try to understand. अगर हमारी सोसाइटी में हम कहेंगे कि जिसके पास एबिलिटी है वो आगे बढ़ रहे हैं, जिसके पास एबिलिटी नहीं है वो पीछे रह रहे हैं. अगर हम अपनी सोसाइटी में जो कास्ट सिस्टम प्रिवेल करता था उसके हिसाब से अगर हम देखें, आज भी कास्ट सिस्टम इज़ देयर इन आवर सोसाइटी, एंड वी सी दैट इवन टुडे, इन स्पाइट ऑफ गिविंग रिजर्वेशन to the scheduled caste and scheduled tribes people, even today we see there is dominance of upper caste in almost all the organizations. So what is this? We say they are capable, they have the talent, they have the ability, so they must be in a dominant position. Okay? Now the second thing, दिस इज द फर्स्ट व्यू कि जिसके अंदर एबिलिटी होगी वो आगे बढ़ेगा. अगर अपर कास्ट आज भी डोमिनेट कर रहे हैं ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस को, तो उसके लिए रिस्पॉन्सिबल क्या है? उनकी एबिलिटी, उनके अंदर इतना टैलेंट है. दैट इज वाई दे आर डोमिनेटिंग स्टिल टुडे इन स्पाइट ऑफ गिविंग रिजर्वेशन टू द पीपल बिलोंगिंग टू शेड्यूल्ड कास्ट एंड शेड्यूल्ड ट्राइब्स. इजंट इट? अब दूसरी व्यू देखिए. दूसरी व्यू क्या है? इन आवर सोसाइटी देयर वाज कास्ट सिस्टम, and under this caste system, if we consider the situation that was prevailing before independence, there were untouchables. The Shudras were considered untouchables. They were not allowed access in public places like schools and temples and all. So if we are not allowing a particular group of the society to enter the school, they will be deprived of education, and in this way we are spoiling the whole community. क्योंकि जो अपर कास्ट के लोग हैं वो उस लोअर कास्ट के बच्चे को स्कूल में नहीं आने दे रहे हैं, तो उसको एजुकेशन जब नहीं मिलेगा, when he is not getting education, then how can he will develop his abilities and talents. टैलेंट है उसके अंदर बट उसको वो माहौल नहीं मिला. the condition about which we have discussed in the previous class, in the previous chapter, liberty, freedom. What is freedom? Freedom is the availability of the condition in society in which an individual gets an opportunity to develop his or her capabilities. तो हमने उसको वो माहौल नहीं दिया, उसको स्कूल में ही नहीं घुसने दिया, तो वो कहाँ से पढ़ेगा? उसकी लेवल जो होगा, जो उसकी फैमिली का एटमॉस्फेयर होगा और जो एक अपर कास्ट की फैमिली का एटमॉस्फेयर होगा, दैट विल बी टोटली डिफरेंट, स्पेशली ड्यूरिंग these 1950s and 60s. Even today we find that in our society this kind of, the degree is very low, untouchability is not existing in that extent कि they are not given access to public places, but still untouchability is still practiced in our country. There are still such communities in our countries which are not allowed to reside within the village, they are living outside the village. तो ये क्या है? What is this? अगर आज हम कह रहे हैं कि जो अपर कास्ट के लोग हैं वही डोमिनेट पोजीशन में है, तो क्यों है? क्योंकि उन्होंने ऐसे रूल्स बनाए जो उनके लिए फेवरेबल था, उन्होंने ऐसे रूल्स बनाए जो कि दूसरे कास्ट के लिए, खास करके जो हमारे शूद्रास हैं, जो दलित हैं, उनके लिए वो डिजास्टरस था. तो ये हमने रूल्स ऐसे बनाए जिसमें कि एक पर्टिकुलर ग्रुप को ही फायदा हो रहा है, एक पर्टिकुलर ग्रुप जो है वो नुकसान में रह रहा है. तो दिस इनइक्वालिटी इज नॉट नेचुरल. वी कांट से दैट दिस इनइक्वालिटी इज नेचुरल, दिस इज मैन मेड. हमने ऐसे रूल्स बनाए जिसके कारण ये इनइक्वालिटी क्रिएट हुई. टैलेंट उनके अंदर भी था, टैलेंट जो शेड्यूल कास्ट और शेड्यूल ट्राइब के लोग हैं उनके अंदर भी टैलेंट था, बट हमने उसको निकलने का मौका नहीं दिया. ओके, तो दीज आर द टू व्यूज. कुछ कहते हैं कि एबिलिटी हमारी ज़्यादा है इसलिए हम आगे बढ़ रहे हैं, तो इसमें इक्वालिटी लाने की कोई ज़रूरत नहीं है. दूसरा एक व्यू है जो कहता है कि जो हमारा सिस्टम है, इसके जो रूल्स हैं, इसके जो ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस है, वो इस तरह के बने हैं कि वो एक पर्टिकुलर ग्रुप के लिए बेनिफिशियल है और अदर ग्रुप के लिए वो हार्मफुल है, डेट्रीमेंटल, वी कैन से इट. वो उनके लिए डेट्रीमेंटल है. ओके, सो these are the questions that have troubled people all over the world for many years. So these are the controversies regarding equality. Equality natural है, inequality natural है या equality natural है? क्या ये हमेशा से एक controversy का बहुत बड़ा source रहा है. Okay, so it is a question of this kind that makes equality one of the central themes of social and political theory. So this kind of controversy is associated with equality, and that is why this concept of equality is one of the most important ideal of social and political theory. A student of political theory has to address a range of questions such as, what does equality imply? What do you mean by equality? Since we are different in many obvious ways, what does it mean to say that we are equal? How can you say that we are equal? We all are different in our physical appearance, in our mental capabilities, in our creativity, in our talent, in our abilities. We all are different. So why are you talking about equality? What are we trying to achieve through the ideal of equality? What are you going to achieve through this ideal of equality? What is the need of equality? जब inequality natural है तो आप equality की बात क्यों कर रहे हैं? Are we trying to eliminate all differences of income and status? So what does equality mean? Equality means there should not be any kind of difference of income or status. Everyone should be equal. According to everyone should be equal in context of income and status. Are you talking about this? In other words, what kind of equality are we pursuing and for whom? These are the questions which are reasons for controversy regarding this concept of equality. Some other questions that have been raised regarding the concept of equality, which we will consider here, are to promote equality, should we always treat all person in exactly the same way? If we want to promote equality, if we are pursuing the goal of equality, do we need to treat all the persons in exactly the same way always? All the persons should be treated in exactly the same ways always. So this is the question. Should we always treat all persons in exactly the same way? So this is one of the most important controversy regarding equality. अगर हम equality की बात कर रहे हैं तो क्या हमें यहाँ जो keywords हैं, you just focus on the keywords. Should we always treat all people in exactly the same way? These are the main controversial words. हर समय हमें हर किसी के साथ exactly एक जैसा बिहेवियर करना होगा, तभी हम उसको इक्वालिटी कहेंगे. क्या इसका कोई एक्सेप्शन भी है? ओके. How should a society decide which differences of treatment or reward are acceptable and which are not? If the question is, should we always treat all persons in exactly the same way? If we are not supposed to treat all the persons always in the same way, it means we should treat them in a differentiate manner. We should treat different people in different manner. Then the question is, how should a society decide which differences of treatment or reward are acceptable and which are not? जो हम डिफरेंस ऑफ ट्रीटमेंट कर रहे हैं उसमें से कौन सही है, कौन गलत है, कौन इसको डिसाइड करेगा? जस्ट यहाँ पर हम किस बारे में अगर हम इसको समझना चाहते हैं सही से, तो हमें सोचना होगा जो आज हमारे कंट्री में रिजर्वेशन की पॉलिसी है, उस रिजर्वेशन क्या है? दैट रिजर्वेशन इज नॉट, उस रिजर्वेशन की पॉलिसी हमने क्यों अडॉप्ट की? क्योंकि हमारे जो दलित्स थे, जो ट्राइबल्स थे, उनके साथ बहुत ही इल ट्रीटमेंट हुआ था बिफोर इंडिपेंडेंस. And because of this ill treatment, because of this practice of untouchability, they were not able to equate the people. जैसे रेस शुरू हो रही थी आफ्टर 1950 से, क्या हो रहा है कि एक न्यू सिस्टम वाज गोइंग टू इमर्ज, एवरीथिंग वाज गोइंग टू चेंज. नाउ इक्वालिटी वाज देयर. सो क्या हो रहा है कि हर कोई जो है वो इस रेस में पार्टिसिपेट कर रहा है. एवरीवन इज गोइंग टू पार्टिसिपेट इन द रेस फ्रॉम दिस पोजीशन. ओके, सबको आगे जाना है. लेकिन यहाँ पर हम क्या देख रहे हैं कि जो हमारे दलित्स हैं, जो हमारे ट्राइबल्स हैं, दे आर नॉट हियर. ये यहाँ पर नहीं है, वो पीछे हैं. दे आर स्टार्टिंग द रेस फ्रॉम दिस पॉइंट. अगर बाकी के लोग, जो बाकी के ब्राह्मण, क्षत्रिय और वैश्यास हैं, अगर वो रेस यहाँ से स्टार्ट कर रहे हैं, उनका स्टार्टिंग पॉइंट ये है, तो दलित्स एंड ट्राइबल्स का स्टार्टिंग पॉइंट ये है. they were far behind the so-called upper caste of the society. तो इस गैप को फिल करने के लिए, जो गैप बन रहा है, इस गैप को फिल करने के लिए क्या किया कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन ने? कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन ने रिजर्वेशन की पॉलिसी अडॉप्ट की, डिफरेंशियल ट्रीटमेंट की बात की, क्योंकि हम यूनिफॉर्म ट्रीटमेंट नहीं कर सकते हैं, क्योंकि कुछ लोग यहाँ से रेस स्टार्ट कर रहे हैं, कुछ लोग यहाँ से रेस स्टार्ट कर रहे हैं. स्टार्टिंग में ही कुछ लोगों को इतना एडवांटेज मिला हुआ है, तो देयर विल बी प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ कि यही लोग जो हैं वो विन करेंगे रेस में, ये पीछे रह जाएंगे क्योंकि वो स्टार्ट ही पीछे से कर रहे हैं. तो इस गैप को फिल करने के लिए जो कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन ने पॉलिसी ऑफ रिजर्वेशन को अडॉप्ट किया. एंड दिस पॉलिसी ऑफ रिजर्वेशन इज एन एग्जाम्पल ऑफ डिफरेंशियल ट्रीटमेंट, क्योंकि हम सबके साथ हर समय एक जैसा ट्रीटमेंट नहीं दे सकते हैं. दिस इज नॉट इक्वालिटी. तो अब जो ये रिजर्वेशन की पॉलिसी इनको दी गई उस पे क्या होता है? कंट्रोवर्सी. इट इज़ बहुत ज़्यादा इस पर कंट्रोवर्सी होते हैं. बहुत सारे लोग हैं जो इसको गलत मानते हैं, बहुत सारे लोग हैं जो इसको सही मानते हैं. तो यही दिस इज़ द क्वेश्चन कि जो डिफरेंशियल ट्रीटमेंट किया जाएगा उसमें कौन सही है कौन गलत है, इसको कौन डिसाइड करेगा? हु इज़ गोइंग टू डिसाइड इट? हमारे यहाँ तो कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन ने कर दिया, लेकिन उस पर कॉन्ट्रोवर्सी अभी तक बनी हुई है ना. तो दिस इज ऑल अबाउट इक्वालिटी. यही सब कुछ चीज़ें हैं जो हमें इस चैप्टर के अंदर समझना है. ओके, सो व्हाट इज इक्वालिटी? Take a look at these images. There are some images on page number 35. You can see it. Colored served in rear. Okay, drinking fountain. That side for whites and that side for colored. Restrooms, white only. So these are the images which are describing the racial discrimination. That discrimination which is done on the basis of the color of the skin. Whites are treated differently and colored people are treated differently. Colored people are served in rear. Means जो white people हैं उनको तो front में सर्व किया जाएगा. अगर colored people यहाँ पे आना चाहते हैं just like restaurant और bar और anything like that, तो उनको पीछे मिलेगा service. They will not be given service in front. But this is segregation. अलग अलग है. whites के लिए अलग part है, colored के लिए अलग part है. In the same way, drinking fountain के लिए अगर आप white हैं तो you go right side, and if you are colored then you go left side. So this is segregation. This is discrimination on the basis of race, on the basis of color of the skin, which was prevalent in South Africa. We have discussed all these things in earlier classes. In class 8th, from class 8th, from class 8th, you are studying this apartheid, which was prevailing in South Africa. So the next is restroom. Restroom is that side, but that restroom is only for white people, not for colored or blacks. Okay, so this is inequality. All of them make distinction between human beings on grounds of race and color, and these appear to most of us as unacceptable. If we see it at any place, it causes a lot of dissatisfaction among people. It's not that only colored people will become dissatisfied by reading these images. A white person will also be equally dissatisfied if he is sensitive, because no one likes to be treated in such a manner that because of him or her other people are getting exploited. अगर हम सेंसिटिव हैं तो वाइट होने के बावजूद भी हम इस कंडीशन को कभी भी डिज़ायरेबल नहीं मानेंगे, क्योंकि ऐसा कंडीशन जो होता है, दिस टाइप ऑफ इनइक्वालिटी, इफ दिस काइंड ऑफ इनइक्वालिटी इज प्रिवेलिंग, दैट इज not only detrimental for the colored people, but it is detrimental for the whites also. So this type of images, if we see it, causes a lot of dissatisfaction within a human being. In fact, such distinctions violate our intuitive understanding of equality, which tell us that all human beings should be entitled to the same respect and consideration because of their common humanity. We all are human beings. We all belong to common species. So we all expect that we should be treated in an equal manner. And when we see this kind of treatment, it causes resentment It causes dissatisfaction because we are seeing that people are treated differently on the basis of race or any basis, like on the basis of religion, on the basis of gender, on the basis of caste, on the basis of region. There can be discrimination on any basis, and any discrimination is not acceptable to us because we consider that we all are belonging to same community. We all are human beings, and we all must be treated in the same manner. However, treating people with equal respect need not mean always treating them in an identical way. So now we will see that how can we treat people with equal respect but not in identical way. Identical means क्या हुआ? बिल्कुल same to same. Okay. So many times such a situation is there when we are not treating people in an identical manner. We are treating them differently, but it is important, it is necessary to give them respect, to treat them not in identical manner. No society treats all its members in exactly the same way under all conditions. There cannot be any such society in which all its members are treated in exactly the same manner in all conditions. ऐसी कोई भी society नहीं हो सकती. The smooth functioning of society requires division of work. The society can work smoothly only when there is division of work. If division of work will not be there, then smooth functioning of society will not be possible. And when there is division of work, what we find that there are functions and people often enjoy different status and rewards on account of it. So when there is difference of when there is division of work, then this division of work causes different ranks and status. जब हमारे बीच में काम का बंटवारा होगा तो ऑब्वियसली काम के डिवीज़न के साथ ही, डिवीज़न ऑफ वर्क के साथ ही हमारे जो स्टेटस है और जो हमारा रैंक है वो भी एक नहीं रहेगा. दैट इज़ नॉट पॉसिबल. एवरीवन विल नॉट बी डूइंग द सेम वर्क. हर कोई डिवीज़न ऑफ वर्क है, एवरीवन इज डूइंग डिफरेंट वर्क, एंड अकॉर्डिंग टू दिस वर्क देयर स्टेटस एंड रैंक विल बी ऑल्सो different. At times these differences of treatment may appear acceptable or even necessary. So when there is this division of work, and because of this division of work there is difference in the status and rank of the people, and because of this difference in rank and division of the people, different treatment is done, then it does not seem unacceptable to us. In that situation we accept that it's okay, क्योंकि हमारे बीच में वर्क का डिवीज़न हुआ है, एंड अकॉर्डिंग टू दैट डिवीज़न ऑफ वर्क हमारा रैंक डिफरेंट है, और चूँकि हमारा रैंक डिफरेंट है तो ट्रीटमेंट भी डिफरेंट मिलेगा. तो एट दैट टाइम वी आर satisfied, we accept this different of treatment because of rank, which is originating because of division of function. For instance, we usually do not feel that giving Prime Minister or Army General a special official rank and status goes against the notion of equality, provided their privileges are not misused. So what we feel that for example Prime Minister is there or Army General is there, they are giving a special official rank and status because of the post. They are giving very important status, they are given some privileges, and in that situation we are not dissatisfied with this privilege, because we know that they are holding such a high position, and according to that position there must be some privilege to that post. But this privilege should not be misused. अगर उसको misuse किया जाता है तो फिर हम dissatisfied हो जाते हैं. So we are okay with different of status, we are okay with differential treatment because of different of status. But some other kinds of inequalities may seem unjust, but other type of inequalities are not acceptable to us. We consider it as unjust. For instance, if a child born in a slum is denied nutritious food or good education through no fault of his or her own, it may appear unfair to us. So, a child who took birth in a poor family, he is not given proper food, nutritious food. So, this kind of situation is unacceptable to us. We do not, we are not ready to accept this situation. What is the fault of that child? That he is not getting nutritious food because he has taken birth in a poor family. So, this kind of situation is unjustifiable for people. So, we will continue our discussion regarding this value equality in the next class.